Soupy, look what I bought.
Is that gonna go in death row in the back over there?
No.
Death row?
You stop it.
Oh man, he's renamed them.
Those are mostly your cars.
What are you talking about?
Those are mostly yours.
No.
Don't make me drag
I
you over there and count the cars that are yours. Well, this could only mean one thing. I've made a really bad decision.
Well, you say that because you chose me to go with you instead of Amy to go buy a car. Because you didn't want to be talked out of buying said car.
When you want to go buy a car and you know it's potentially a really stupid idea, you bring Scotto because he's the king of stupid ideas when it comes to purchasing cars. This runs, it drives, it has 4 tires with air in them, and it stops. So I mean, like, this is already a pretty great idea.
And it's arguably one of the cheapest variants of what you're looking for.
When buying a car, you could go a couple different ways. You could pay top dollar for a car and get the best one that you could possibly get. Or you can get the cheapest one possible, take a risk, and have to battle people off Craigslist because a good deal doesn't last anymore. Everyone's flipping cars, so if a good deal comes up, it's scoffed up, it's fixed up, and it's back on the internet in like a day.
Yep. And then now that we're driving it home, do you have any inch of regret?
Immediate buyer's remorse. Immediate buyer's remorse. All right, enough of the bullshit. Let's go show them what we got. Here is my new project car. Oh boy. It's an 80 911 SC, which is called the Super Carrera. It's a 3.0, 5-speed, pretty well optioned. It's got like factory sport seats that are pretty cool, pretty rare.
Oh dude, you're missing the Porsche badge. That's like, that's $350 right?
That's why it was cheap. The dude didn't know, didn't know what it was.
He had no idea what it was.
Yeah, he was like, what is this, a Volkswagen Beetle? I don't know.
Super Beetle.
Yeah, that's it. Soupy, look what I bought.
Is that gonna go in death row in the back over there?
No.
Death row?
You stop it.
Oh man, he's renamed them.
Those are mostly your cars.
What are you talking about?
Those are mostly yours.
No.
Don't make me drag you over there and count the cars that are yours.
You notice he went like this?
I got the
Yeah.
car we haven't told anyone about yet, and then I got the F-250.
Trick question, you own the company, they're all yours, it's your problem.
They're all mostly Ken's. He just doesn't know that.
Oh, I'd be so bummed to see those. So yeah, so these cars were really cheap. I mean, a long time, 10 years ago, you could have bought this car for $6,000. Now, not so much, but they've always been something I've wanted, but they've kind of like exceeded the price in which I felt that they were worth driving. Like, they're not as much fun as they are expensive. So when this car popped up, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I don't care, it's rough. I could fix it up and clean it, repaint it, and make it sick, so it doesn't matter.
We taking out AC, so you don't want to drive?
Well, the AC is in there.
Does it work?
But I'm pretty sure the condenser hit the fan over there. But yeah, it starts and runs. I am a little nervous to start it. The reason why we trailered it is because, well, it's not registered or insured, but what happens with people with these cars is because they're a dry sump. If you check the oil when it's cold, it shows there's no oil in it. So someone drastically overfilled this, so it smokes like a sieve. But it doesn't leak that much oil, which is good because I think they're supposed to leak oil, or maybe that's bad. I don't know.
Hope you guys are enjoying the free content. Wouldn't be free without Trade Coffee. They're sponsoring this episode. With Trade, you can discover new coffees from the nation's top roasters. Whatever coffee you want. Your coffee selection at home, maybe you want to try something new. Your favorite selections will be matched and conveniently brought to your door. So here's how it works. Go to the website, take a quiz. Basically, just gonna tell them, what do you like? What do you not like? So they can curate a good match for you. After that, just choose how often you want it. When do you want it delivered? Weekly, bi-weekly, every 3 weeks? You choose that, they'll deliver it fresh from the roasters. After that, just rate and repeat. Tell them what you do and do not like. You'll keep going forward, you'll keep getting a mother. What's up, dude? Go away.
Whoa, you got a French press? It's so artisanal of you.
Seth, man. Last thing you gotta do, rate and repeat. It's pretty simple. Basically just tell them if you did like it, if you don't like it, so they can curate different matches for you so you get good coffee every single time you order. So click the link below. You're gonna get 30% off your first bag when you sign up, free shipping.
Let me say, I haven't really spent much of any time. What's that?
This seat is a really rare seat.
Yeah.
The super deep bolstered
Dude,
sports seat.
Yeah. The crazy thing is I haven't spent much of any time in air-cooled Porsches, but I never realized how close this steering wheel is to the dash.
Yeah. Also,
like, how is that possible?
Wait, did you also notice that it's off center?
Yeah, I did notice that.
It sits crooked and it's off center.
What were they thinking? I don't know. What's up?
Bondo on this fender.
Show us.
Right here.
Is that Bondo?
Yeah,
I thought that was just paint.
So is it just rust coming through the Bondo?
Yeah, you know, it's probably had some history. Yo, it's a 1980. It's 40 years
Or
old.
just rusted
No,
out.
it
and they filled
rusted.
out
They
and just
rusted,
filled
yeah,
it?
and then they filled it.
I don't know, because this one sounds like the same. I don't know, it's just made real solid, real good. So the plan for this thing is to make a cool little like canyon track shredder.
Are you gonna sell the 14 or keep the 14?
Depends, anyone? 14? That's 14, turnkey, probably a way better car than this for a lot less money. I don't know.
Selling the 14 was certainly fun making this thing fun.
Yeah, I haven't even driven this thing yet much, but I know it makes like 200 horsepower at the crank. But you know what? They're really light. I think with an SC and some fiberglass bumpers and stuff, you could get them down to like almost 2,000 pounds flat. And if you can make like 200 wheel horsepower, I mean, that sounds like pretty fun. So next step is I'm gonna take this thing over to one of our professional Porsche shop buddies and see if I've made one of the worst decisions ever or if I got a really good deal.
You don't trust anyone at the shop with air-cooled stuff?
Well, so what I want to do is go. I knew this car was a basket case, but it runs and drives, and I thought it was a sort of good buy. So I want to take it to a shop, like a Porsche expert, and have them look at it and tell me if this is either like I really lucked out or if I bought a complete nightmare. So we're heading over to Rassant Products. They're like literally right up the block. They're 3 minutes away from our shop. They make a bunch of really cool parts for air-cooled 911s, so we'll go check it out. What's up, man?
What's going on, buddy?
This is Andrew. He owns this place. He was nice enough to let me come down and check out my car and see if I bought a complete piece of shit. Take a look.
She's a beauty, man.
It's a good like five footer. It looks like a beaut from here. So 80 SC, bone stock. Got the factory sport seats, which I think are kind of cool. Yeah, they're not bad. Okay, question. It doesn't leak a ton of oil, but it does leak a little bit of oil, and I noticed the underside of the engine is sort of covered in oil, but that seems pretty standard for this type of car.
That's how you know there's oil in there.
Yeah. People say that, but I was like, you know what? It doesn't leak too much. Like in my garage, it only put like a couple drops down, so I was like, this might be a good one.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so bone stock. It looks like they deleted the heat, right?
Right, yeah.
So heat's not working in it, which is fine.
It's a SoCal car.
Yeah, but other than that, from what I could tell, I mean, it's all stock. Are these the stock CIS lines?
They are, yeah.
Really?
I've seen a mix of like a stainless version too, but yeah, looks stock to me.
Okay. It looks like it was repainted in some areas, and I wonder if the paint job wasn't good, and living by the beach, it just kind of like went and got a little bit of surface corrosion.
Yeah, it looks mostly surface, not too bad.
Yeah, shouldn't, hopefully it's not too terrible, but we'll deal with that for now. But we'll get into this thing more. Oh boy, first time in the air. It's not rusty, which is nice.
That is good.
I was just checking the rockers and stuff. I mean, is there any common areas to check? I know battery tray.
Yeah, battery tray is a big one for sure. This whole front trunk area is pretty susceptible. Yeah, man, looks dry. Looks good.
I was a little nervous because of this rust on the top, but it looks to me to be pretty solid.
This is all AC stuff, so it's just a cover for that condenser.
Yeah, what a wild way to place the condenser, Jesus. So question, this is gonna be really embarrassing. I actually don't even understand how torsion bars work. Where the hell is the torsion bar?
Yeah, the torsion bar goes through here.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay, I always thought torsion bar went that way, like transverse.
It's in this housing, basically.
Oh,
You're
shit.
not looking at the torsion bar, but
Gotcha, okay.
the way it works is this side here is fixed in the car. Like there's two splines on the end of it. It's like one spline end is fixed and then the other spline end is actually rotating.
Wow, okay. So yeah, so you guys know these cars are torsion bar. They don't have coilovers or McPherson style strut. So you could see here, it's actually just a strut, and then what acts as the spring is a torsion bar here. So it's like, think of it as like a sway bar that mounts here and then in the arm, and it actually twists to create the spring rate. I understood how it worked, but I've never actually seen it before, so I was kind of like, I don't even know what I'm looking for. What else are you looking for? Just
it looks like your fuel pump looks like it might be newer. That's good.
Oh, okay.
And then I was looking at your bushings, like your suspension bushings. So we've got rubber on both ends here, and they both look good. Oftentimes we'll see them just like dry rotted and
nice.
Yeah, that's a bonus. And then we've got more sway bar bushings here. You can see a little bit of that cracking on it, and it's kind of ovaling in that hole a bit. So that's a minor thing. They did do a little
oh boy,
sway bar mod back here. You can see those beautiful welds.
Man. So wait, what is that? Is this mounting point generally a failure, or?
They can break, so I think
okay, so they only did one side.
Right. Yeah, it's common, like they'll, you know, they wear and they...
That's not the worst thing. I could repair that just to make it look nice. I mean, I'm sure it works, but it just looks pretty ugly.
And yeah, this is really, it's a clean looking trans. It's the later aluminum version. Like the early ones are magnesium, so you can tell right away the mag just turns black.
Oh, really? Okay.
Instantly, and they're just really tough to seal. So...
All right, well, so this is a major, looks like a pretty major leak.
Yeah.
I don't know, what generally is the... I mean, this side of the engine looks like it may have an oil leak problem.
You know, it looks like it could be from this the oil drain tube there.
Oh, okay.
So,
oh wow, look at that. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is that? That drains oil from the head to the case?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So, they are a common failure, and you can actually see they're usually a solid piece from the factory. And if you look in there, they've already installed these like serviceable ones. So that circlip there makes it a two-piece unit.
So so what are those called? Are those called oil drain?
Oil drain tube.
Okay.
Looks like your drain plug might leak a little bit.
No, I drained some oil out of it. Because I told you it's so overfilled that before I drove it here, I just let a bunch of oil out because it was like definitely like 3 quarts overfilled.
Oh wow.
And I was like, this can't be good for the car. So
yeah, I mean,
okay.
No big surprises though. I mean, they're leaky, you know,
yeah.
Leak prone for sure.
Yeah.
If you look at the gasket material, it's just these thin paper gaskets.
Yeah. Dude, all right. So far, we're off to a pretty good start. So the car doesn't look too bad. No major rust. All we really found wrong with the car is the sway bar mount must have ripped at one point, so they welded it in with some boogers, and it's got 2 oil leaks. So not the worst buy so far. So should we do a compression test on this and see this motor's trash?
Let's do it. We've got the compression tester hooked up. With all the plugs out, it just lets the engine spin over for you.
Gotcha.
So with this in here, we're basically just going to spin it over for a few seconds, and it'll pressurize, and this gauge will just tell us what kind of pressure reading we're getting. Important thing that we always say is just checking the consistency, because each engine's going to read a little different value, get different cranking speeds and everything, so you just want them all within a certain range.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
So yeah, you're about 190 there.
Okay, that seems pretty good.
Yeah, about 190 on that one too.
Solid.
Yeah, 190.
Man, your luck with cars is amazing.
We're not done. It's good. All right. Okay. Didn't buy a complete turd. And while it runs and we got it going, we figure we'll let Andrew take it out for a drive because I actually don't have any experience in an air-cooled 911, so it'd be good to get a little insight from someone who's driven a bunch of these.
Let's check this thing out.
That gearbox feels pretty good though.
Yeah, the shifting's super smooth.
It's got a little bit of a high idle. I don't know if maybe it'll go away when it gets warm, but when I bought the car, it was definitely idling at like 2,000 RPM, which I don't think is right.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a little high. It's really tough on the like first gear synchro. You know, if you've got that high idle and you're trying to engage those old ass synchros.
Yeah. What generally goes wrong on the 915 trans?
You know, synchros and dog teeth. It's pretty basic stuff.
Right.
They typical maintenance things.
Yeah. A lot of people actually say that the reason why these transmissions go is because people shift them like super fast, and these aren't meant to be like slammed through gears.
Right. Shifting into first, it's definitely like a pause required after you put the clutch in. Seems like the throttle doesn't quite go like wide open. Something weird, like the travel of it's pretty small. Really? Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting.
Do you think it's like cable related or like throttle body related?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to look back there. Could be, you know, just a linkage adjustment issue.
Does it feel a bit sluggish, or it just felt like actual restriction?
It's like actual restriction, sorry. Yeah, like the travel amount is like half of what I would expect. Weird. So maybe it's actually opening halfway, or...
Oh, no way.
It'd be something we could take a quick peek at when we get back.
That's wide open.
Yep. So let me show you. I'll go wide open on it, and you can see this is like the idle or the throttle body, right?
Yeah.
And it should basically come back in contact on that plate. So I'll go wide open, and then you pull this thing until it stops.
Gotcha. Okay. I wonder if it's like almost feels like you're like bottoming out on the carpet. Oh wow. Yeah, so you're missing out on a ton of throttle. Okay. All right, that's good.
Could be the carpet, yeah. I don't want to mess with it too much.
Yeah, I'll mess around with it.
Yeah, take the carpet out and see if that...
Man, that'll be the cheapest horsepower ever. Dude, just missing out on 1/3 of the wide open throttle. Okay, so yeah, car seems pretty good. I guess main things I have to address mechanically is that oil leak, because that looks pretty bad. It definitely smokes a ton when you drive it, so from the oil leak. So I got to address that. And the CIS, it's still idling pretty high, so got to go in, look for an air leak, look for a vacuum leak. I think it's pretty common on these, so that'll be what we do over the weekend.
Hope you guys are enjoying the free content. Wouldn't be free without Trade Coffee. They're sponsoring this episode. With Trade, you can discover new coffees from the nation's top roasters. So click the link below. You're gonna get 30% off your first bag when you sign up. Free shipping.